Everybody's mad at Carson Hocevar and why I think it's awesome for the sport. Before we move on from Atlanta and on to COTA, I think it's important to cover the story of Carson Hocevar's incidents at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hocevar seemed to make everybody mad. We got a classic Kyle Busch rant on the radio, a middle finger out the window to Carson Hocevar, and we got some post-race conversations, people lining up in the queue, and clearly my cat's excited about this Carson Hocevar conversation. Most notably on Sunday, Hocevar had a run-in with Ryan Blaney where he spun him out, and afterwards, Ryan Blaney talked about how there were a lot of sketchy moments in that race. And we also saw a conversation between Hocevar and one of his mentors, Ross Chastain. And I can't help but see the irony in the fact that it was not that long ago that Ross Chastain was in Hocevar's shoes. He was the one getting talked to in fights, a lot of people mad at him, people blaming him for wrecks that were not related to him whatsoever. Hocevar being up there is great. He's a fun, young, quirky personality, and he's clearly shown a lot of talent. I think that we see this happen every couple of years where a young, talented driver breaks their way out of the rear or mid-pack and into the front pack. And once they're racing up at the front, you know who takes exception to it? The drivers who are used to racing at the front. We often see those top drivers saying, hey, here's how you race if you want to be here long term. Here's how you do it. Because I think everybody in the mid-pack is so used to just taking, and those are some of the best battles on track. But with Hocevar, this is great news because we have been missing this type of personality. Unfortunately, it feels like we've missed a guy like Hocevar ever since Ross Chastain's had his wings clipped a little bit by Hendrick Motorsports and pissing the people off there with some of the incidents he had. I loved it when Ross Chastain was a menace. I wish he would become a menace again. It was such a fun storyline, and I love that Ross is an aggressive, unapologetic racer, and so I'd love to see him return to form. But in the meantime, we've got Carson Hocevar pissing people off left and right. I'm curious to see how long this lasts, and I'm curious to see what will be the next incident with Hocevar in the field.